All right, a really good NG Plus speedrun tutorial. That's what this stream is now. I think this is fine. I guess first things first. This is for NG Plus Pro difficulty. So, you know, you can bring whatever, you can do any glitches you want, all that junk. Some of the tricks in this will work for normal mode. But the reason I play on professional is because it's a little bit more consistent, because enemies will 100%, not 100%, but usually do the same thing every time because of the difficulty slider that's in normal mode. There's a little room for error. First things first, I'm not going to start with, like, explaining the first room. I'm going to explain this whole thing. Inventory. Why we have, like, all the stuff that we have, all that. Bark. Obviously, there's like a lot going on here. We got, you'll notice we have like a lot of flashbangs. Flashbangs are just very helpful. You don't need this many, just I end up using them to like get out of some sticky situations much later in the run. That's pretty much what they're for, is like getting yourself out of sticky situations, and there's like one point where they will be used, but we'll get to that later. Magnum, I literally only have the Magnum to break doors, and that's it. PRL, it's the PRL. It's the strongest weapon in the game. Literally, like, there's no reason not to have the PRL. For a while, I was running the TMP instead of the typewriter. Then I found out the new minecart skip didn't need the the TMP. So I got egg on my face, I guess. You'll notice all this stuff is like very, it looks like random positions, right? The big thing about your inventory in the speedrun of this is you want to remember where everything is and the inputs it will take from the very start. If I wanted to heal, like right now, it's left and then down, and then if I wanted to heal again later, it's left, or hold on, left, down, right. Pretty easy stuff. Just remembering where stuff in your inventory is. This grenade's here specifically because it's for Ditman. I need to breathe. Ditman is a thing I should explain, and it's the reason we have the striker. I'm sure if you've heard of RE4 speedrunning, you know of the Ditman glitch. It's literally like the most broken glitch in like any game ever. You can't speedrun this game without Ditman unless you're doing glitchless, which, like, I don't know. So Ditman is a very odd glitch with the striker. For some reason, I don't know if anybody actually knows why it works, or if they do, they're probably lying. To do Ditman, you aim the striker, and you'll see the laser pops up, right? You explained it at one point. Did I explain it today? Well, I don't know if I probably lied then. I probably lied. The way Ditman works is you aim, and you see the laser there, right? What you want to do is aim, but open your inventory before the laser pops up. You don't even need to like be able to shoot. It's anytime you're in the animation before the laser pops up. So you can do it instantly if you wanted. The thing I've noticed, at least with me when I was earlier on, doing Ditman was probably the hardest thing because I thought I had to time it with when it was up and I can shoot. But no, it's anytime. It's a lot easier than it looks. So the second part of Ditman is you have to switch to a different weapon. So any weapon will work, anything, even an egg. And Leon will go I think it's either 1.5 or 1.75 times faster. It's not double as fast. Breathe. So obviously, like, there's some jank stuff that you can do with Ditman. Some glitches, actually a lot of glitches, you need Ditman for them to work. Because Ditman breaks the game so ridiculously. Having Ditman allows us to run past some enemies that we otherwise couldn't. All this stuff is in specific spots because they're very easy to get to. They're all. My recommendation: you don't have to set up your entire inventory exactly like this. It is flexible, but the recommendation that I've gotten from like top speedrunners and just my own experience is always have everything that you want within 1 or 2 moves. So like if I wanted a typewriter, it's just left left. If I wanted the PRL, it's just right. If I want the rocket launcher, it's just down. And if I want the if I want the revolver, it's just right and then down. After a while trying to get your grenades, you will eventually have to like maneuver towards them, because like there's just no way to actually set it up so that everything is always within like 1 or 2 moves. So later on you'll have to just like, you know, move a little bit further and all that stuff to grab your items and all that junk. Did I really just spend 7 minutes explaining just the inventory? Fuck, this is gonna take forever. You'll notice I have all gold chicken eggs. That's literally just for convenience. You technically could run this with like herbs, like mixed herbs and all this stuff. Mixed herbs are a lot easier to get because you don't have to like sit there for a while and farm chicken eggs. That's not if you're using a hex editor, which if you're looking to figure out how to set up your inventory through a hex editor, this is not the video / stream to do it with. So all of this stuff that I have in here is gained legitimately, like through playing the game and all this stuff, a setup save. Oh yes, that's another thing that I should probably explain. Let me see, I do have, let me see, right here I have a save that is specifically on the final chapter in case I accidentally save over this. You can save right before the final boss, but yeah, have a setup save at the end of the thing in case you want to like change around your inventory a little bit and all this stuff. Obviously, like, you have to beat the game on pro difficulty and all this stuff if you want to unlock pro difficulty and have things be more consistent, unless you do a save editor, which more power to you. Yeah, download a save from the internet, do whatever you want. I think that's about it for inventory stuff. Oh wait, there's also basic movement. So throughout like a lot of rooms, you'll notice I'll like turn very quickly like this. That's just so I can turn Leon, and it's a little faster than just like, you know, stopping and then turning. It's called a, so the game calls this 90-degree turn a quick turn. Honestly, it's like the slowest way to turn in this game. So the way you do that, or do this, is you aim, or you turn your camera to whatever direction you want. By the way, this is with controller, which is you know, pretty obvious. So if you're using a mouse and keyboard, one, you're insane, and I don't know who you are. But obviously, I'm gonna be using a PS4 controller, so any like inputs are, you know, gonna be referred to as such. To quick turn, you turn your camera and aim. But if you want to do it like really quickly, you can just mash it, and you'll turn pretty quickly. A lot of the time, I'll just forget to like maybe do like a double quick turn to get myself moving a little faster, but that's just something I do. Like that's my own fault. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. And if you don't know how to like just move and like, you know, if you don't know the basic movement stuff, this also might not be the best tutorial for you, because I'm gonna be going over like a lot of, I mean, at this point it doesn't feel advanced to me, but I'm sure to somebody like looking for the first time at some of this stuff, it would be a little like jarring, because there is a lot that happens in this run. All right, we might as well start off. I'm just gonna run through like how this is gonna work is I'm gonna run through a room to show you how it's done correctly the first time, and then I'll do it a little slower on the way through. I won't explain anything when I'm doing it the first time, just because, you know, whatever. I might talk a little bit, but other than that, you know, whatever. So obviously for this run we use special 2, because just we don't have to worry about Ashley as much. She's still very annoying because she's Ashley. You can harass the YouTube audience? Yeah, sure, if you want to. So, yeah, anyway. Oh wait, actually, I've already fucked up. Let me restart, because I wasn't paying attention. Here, let's do this really quick to get through it. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing this perfectly, but, you know. Ah, goddammit. Okay, you know what? There was a lot that went on immediately that I might as well explain. Also, this is for the PC version, so there's some discrepancies you can find between versions. The PS4 version of this, if it's not PS4 Pro with all the like fast loading times, sometimes it's actually faster to not Ditman because you don't have the auto splitter and all this other stuff. If you're running this on PS4, some of this, or like any other version, some of this stuff does translate, but for the most part, if you're not running the PC version, pretty much the only thing that changes is where you Ditman, because sometimes Ditmaning is legitimately a lot slower than just running through the area. Anyway, with that out of the way, so first thing you do in this run, immediately Ditman into a grenade, and then you run up, and then it's whatever right here. Skip the cutscene. You don't, for right here, you don't have to angle yourself. As soon as you come out of that cutscene, you are immediately placed in a position that is like a perfect line to get into this door. Then you turn right here, and you notice I went in my inventory right here. That is specifically to switch back to the striker, because I'm going to do a trick called window shot, which you saw there. So I'm gonna get window shot really quick. This is very finicky, and I believe RNG dependent. Because the striker has a random bullet spread, and sometimes even your crosshair can be 100% right on the money, and like you're aiming directly at that window. Sometimes it will still miss, and I think that's probably this part right here, I would say, is probably the biggest hurdle to get over if you're trying to run this at a higher level, because it kicks you in the teeth sometimes, because you're like, I want to be perfect. I want to get through this as fast as possible. I don't want any time losses. And then you miss window shot, and then you're like, fuck, my controller got disconnected. Hold on. All right, anyway, let me perform window shot really quick, and hopefully I'll get it. Okay, so that was window shot. It's very fast. It happens very quickly. But here, let me just restart, and I'll like go through the motions. The first thing you want to do is try to turn. Or you aim and you turn, so you can try to get Leon positioned a little bit closer, so you can do a quick turn into the window and fire. And I've found the further back you shoot, the higher the chance that your bullets are gonna actually hit the window. How this works is turn, shoot, quick turn, shoot. It's very quick. This one trick is it's not very difficult once you have it down, but after you've like got it down, it's exhausting sometimes, is the thing I'm trying to say. No, this isn't normal at all. Oh yeah, you Ditman here again afterwards. It's anytime you're Ditmaning, it's anytime in between areas where you just wanna move faster. So like anytime you have like downtime, you're going into Ditman. Most of the time on the PC port where everything's loading very quickly, you're gonna want to be in Ditman, just so you can get through things faster. Ditmaning in the right places, or remembering to Ditman, will down your time so much in this run. So this next part, I'm gonna be a little quiet again, just to go through what to do after window shot. So here we go. Oops, you don't do that. Right, honestly, the rest of the run through here is nothing. That you just kind of go through, you just kind of run through. There's not really much to say. Most enemies won't attack you. Actually, this guy right here, the guy that runs forward, sometimes he can be a little scary, but as long as you pretty much just run up against the wall, he's nothing. Actually, I don't really need to explain anymore. That was it. There's a little trick right here that won't like save you like a lot of time, but it's a nice little like quality of life thing. So listen real quick. You notice how whenever the loading screen ends, there's a noise that plays for whenever the loading screen's over. If there's a cutscene that triggers after a loading screen, like the one we're forced into with Hunnigan there, if you press the skip cutscene button, or you know, obviously pause or whatever, it will instantly skip that as soon as you're loaded in, so you don't have to worry about anything. So here, this next thing is another barrier that people usually have trouble with, and I'll try to explain it as good as possible. It's village skip. Hopefully I didn't fuck up anything with village skip by going in and out of there. I don't think I did, because I didn't kill any enemies and everything is pretty static in this game. Whoops, immediately fucked up, but I do that all the time. Whatever. This is just pause buffering. One sec. Oh, okay, never mind, it's fine. Did I get that? Okay, I did. So, that was a lot at once, right? As usual with this game, it's a lot at once. Always. Village skip works because of a few reasons. Or it works like that for a few reasons. There's two waves that you have to kill to progress through this this stuff. There's the one at the far end that spawns behind the one, like not skeleton key door, but the insignia key door, and there's one that spawns out behind the house. So what we're doing when we start this off is, well, first we Ditman, and then we go to a grenade. It doesn't matter which grenade, whatever one you prefer. If you're using this specific setup for this, I usually prefer to use one of these two. For no real reason, it's just preference, I guess. But yeah, you equip to it, you run up here. You want to angle yourself to make sure you're pointing Leon in a way that will... It's gonna sound weird, but in a way where you know you're gonna be, like, aiming towards where, like, pretty much right here is where you're aiming for. If you shoot like here, there's a chance it'll, like, you know, it'll go over that. If you shoot here, it might travel for too long. If you shoot here, you're hitting this guy 100% of the time. He never moves out of the way. He's an asshole. I hate this guy. Learning village skip, this guy is the biggest asshole. He will mess up so many of your village skips. It's not even funny. But anyway. Oh wait, hold on. The first thing we do is we throw a grenade. And the reason we throw this grenade is just to kill those two first people right there, triggering the first wave of enemies. And there's that. That's why we throw the grenade. And let me no. Checkpoint, thank you. So, first grenade, a little setup for it, I guess, is there's this little shadow right here. If you stop at this shadow, throw the grenade, most of the time, it'll always kill them both. Most of the time. If you're a little slow, or like if you throw it like too high or whatever, don't reload. I always instinctively want to reload. But you know, most of the time, if you're Ditmaning up and you stop at that little shadow, you don't have to angle it or anything. You just toss the grenade. That's it. My biggest thing learning this is I thought I had to like angle the grenade upwards or like angle it downwards or something. You just aim and throw. So the second part, obviously, is for like the setup that we did at the start. So there is a bit of a timing with the timing with the rocket launcher is generally it's with how many times it bounces. It bounces like 3 times, but the only bounces we really care about right here is the first one and the second one. So for the timing of Village Skip, you want to go into your inventory like almost at the halfway point between the first and the second bounce. So it looks a little like this. Obviously we'd have Ditman on, you'd shoot a little bit faster, but for the most part, that's like the exact timing that you want. So that's that part explained. So here's what it looks like in a little bit faster. Then you skip the cutscene, first one's dead, and then only thing you have to do now is shoot back here. I'm not sure if the timing really matters. It could. Let me see. It doesn't. So pretty much the last thing you have to do for that is you want to... Sometimes you're not far up enough or something. You want to aim pretty much around this area. If you hit it a little high up, it's questionable sometimes, but if you like shot right here, there's like a chance that you may have messed it up, but generally my rule of thumb is if I think I fucked it up, I'm going to continue running until I get right about here. Like I'll do like a quick turn and run, and if it doesn't trigger the bell cutscene by the time I get up to this shadow, or like by the time I'm able to cross this shadow, then it's failed, and then you pretty much just reset the run or whatever. So I'm gonna show that really quick, just for a full visual of how it looks. Obviously it wasn't perfect. You know, cutscene will start usually before you get up to the shadow, and you skip the cutscene. Rest of the room, just Ditman and run to the next room. This room, we can literally just ignore it. Boulder Skip is what is up next. I'll show Boulder Skip very quickly. It doesn't matter what grenade you use. Alright, so you'll probably be wondering, why did you just go up against a wall and just like throw a grenade and hurt yourself? Silly, dummy, why'd you do that? You just wasted a heal. This is all specifically to save time. So this is what happens. Oops, sorry, controller disconnected again. This is what happens if you try to run through here normally. You get this, which is just a long cutscene. You have to button mash through it, and you'll hurt your hands and all this stuff. Also, it's just slow. It takes forever. You know, nobody wants to do the boulder run. So what we do is Boulder Skip. Oh shit. Boulder Skip, finally. Let's get back to Boulder Skip. So yeah, use any grenade. Wow, this is gonna be all over the place. You wanna push yourself up against this. Obviously you're gonna be running. You pretty much what I do is I'll use this this tree right here as reference. So let me run back up so you can see this, like which tree exactly. So you're running down, it's this tree right here, the one with the like branch sticking out. You sprint up a little bit, And what you do is, first thing you do is a quick turn. Actually, here, let me move down a little bit further. Pretty much all you want to do is get Leon past this tree a little bit, and then you're all Gucci. I still fuck this up sometimes because it's a little finicky, but what you want to do is quick turn right here, throw your grenade, turn Leon about, I want to say, it's not like a specific angle, because you can still, like, do a little bit less and still get it. So, again, just run up, push Leon past, quick turn, turn a bit, he'll blow up, he'll go right past the trigger, and there you go. So, if you're using my inventory, the very first thing you want to do after this is heal. So what I do for this is I'll heal, I'll switch over to the shotgun, I'll Ditman before I turn around, and I'll switch to a grenade. Oh wait, hold on, didn't Ditman, silly. And that's pretty much all of Boulder Skip, and then you just go on to the next area. This next area is also pretty easy. There is a little bit of an execution thing that you have to do here. So it is a little bit easier. So back there, you could switch to the typewriter, just so you don't have to line this up and stuff with the grenade out. It's whatever feels comfortable for you. Obviously, the grenade is a little bit faster, but generally, you know, it's faster to use a grenade in all situations. Anyway, okay. Ditman here. I'm gonna go through this part slowly because it's a lot very quickly, and there's a chapter end right after it. So, you Ditman there, quick turn, fire. You can fire as much as you want if you feel like it. Go in here as soon as you enter the door, quick turn, and fire. And that just breaks the things. Where is the checkpoint here? Is it back at the beginning? It is. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, that means I can just show off the entire area very quickly, and hopefully nothing is exactly confusing. I hope. But yeah, here's this. Go down a bit, turn a bit more. Sometimes if you feel like you're not far enough back, you can like have Leon like back up a little bit. Don't go too far, because then sometimes you'll hit the trigger for the boulder action to happen. But then, you know, then you that's just a reset at that point. Unless you don't have to reset every time, especially when you're practicing, because all of this, everything I've explained so far, happens in like 5 minutes. It is everything I'm explaining is extremely quick in the actual run. Don't push yourself too hard at the start if you don't understand everything. You'll get it. Just be easy on yourself when you're running this. It is a mentally taxing game to run. I'm gonna be referring to this quick turn, the like 180 as well, a 180 from now on, just for convenience sake.
Now.
Okay, so ignore all that. Like that's just basic stuff that you're probably already doing if you want to speedrun this. You're just gonna, you know, blah 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 blah, skip all the stuff. A little trick, I'm not sure if it works on every version of the game, but for the PC version it does. Anytime a QuickTime event comes up, you can mash both, for PS4 it's X and square, and the triggers or whatever your buttons are. There are some very small tricks that I can teach to help out like newer people, but you know, I might as well just run through this first area, just get it over with and all that. So let me restart a checkpoint really quick. Okay, okay. Well, cool. Oh, well, I just got messed up. Oops. So that's gonna happen a lot for like not very much like top level people, but ignore all that stuff. That's whatever. There's not many tricks that are happening right now. It's all just get to the end of the room pretty much, finish the puzzle, and all that. So obviously right here would be where I finish the puzzle, all that. I'm pretty sure there's a checkpoint. Okay, cool. So there's a little bit of RNG in this area on New Game Plus, on New Game especially, but that's a completely different tutorial that I'm probably never doing because I don't speedrun New Game because it's terrifying. Now that I'm thinking about it, I never described what happens when Ditman gets canceled. That it's pretty much all that happens. Ditman gets canceled. Leon's speed is set back to what it is originally. There's a lot of things that cancel Ditman. Taking damage, some cutscenes like the merchant there, opening doors. Anytime Leon's animations will change from outside interference is generally when Ditman will be canceled. That, and if you aim the striker, and only the striker. Every other shotgun is perfectly fine. Anything else, it's whatever. But aiming the striker does cancel Ditman, so keep that in mind. Although you can keep Ditman if you hold out your knife and do this. For some reason, you will keep Ditman, which is silly to me. And you can shoot the shotgun twice as fast. But anyway, you start off. No, you don't Ditman because it just gets canceled instantly because of this guy. Then you go into Ditman, pull out your broken butterfly, come up here. This quick turn is a little tough because if you're a little bit too far forward, Leon will sometimes aim over here. If you aim too quickly, Leon will aim over here. If you miss, no big deal. You just maneuver your aim a little bit over, shoot this, it's whatever. It only saves a little bit of time. It keeps you in Ditman up until this door up here. And so here's a trick that oh my god, I wish I knew early on. So whenever you're coming up here, sometimes in other speedruns you'll probably see like someone comes up here, throws a grenade, and it perfectly goes into the window, and you're like, how in the hell did they get that angle on that window? So this is actually very easy. Also, the reason we throw this grenade right after this door is because there's two doors down below in a room that explode whenever we toss a grenade in there, and they're just out of the way. We keep Ditman throughout this entire area unless we take damage, which we then turn Ditman back on. But yeah, so this grenade allows us to keep Ditman throughout the entire area without having to worry about putting it back on because of doors or anything like that. But let me restart really quick so we don't get any interference. The setup for this, I'm not gonna worry about the door. So the setup for this is, obviously, you would have been in Ditman right here. You would have had a grenade out. So what you want to do when you no, actually you wouldn't re-Ditman. Never mind. Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. So the setup for this throw is literally just come in through this door and this door only. Right here, don't move. Grenade, toss it. Perfect. 100% of the time, you will always get it into that window. Generally, you want to Ditman into that grenade. So rather than, whatever, you just have the grenade and you toss it and then you just run through the area. So more times than not, right here, you're gonna get hit by people. A little trick in this or actually throughout the entire game that you may use. You don't have to, obviously, but oh shit. Actually, let me finish my sentence there before I move on to another one. This game, for some reason, really likes it when enemies are on screen. So if an enemy is off screen, they will try their hardest to get on screen, and that's because when they're off screen, they will try not to hit you. If they are on screen, they're more than likely going to hit you. And that's a little trick. You can turn your camera. Obviously, some of them will act out, but yeah, you're just... See, he waited so long to try to hit me. It's crazy. Let's just redo that again. Also, if you don't want to do the quick turn, you can just run straight up to the door and blow it up if you feel like it. You don't have to. It's a little thing. And obviously, like, I'm not going to go over every single, like, tiny movement, because, like, that's just kind of stuff that you have to pick up on your own. Like right here, I do 2 quick turns because it's a lot faster than just turning. So, right here, a lot of the time, the guy standing up above, not the one that just threw the dynamite, we just completely ignore him because he doesn't matter. You're just gonna run past him every time you take this exact route that I'm taking. A lot of the time, that guy will be in an annoying position, and you don't want to run past him because he'll most likely grab you and all this stuff. So a little trick I like to do in these situations when he's like right in front of me is I'll run up. Oh wait, hold on. I'll run up, quick turn to the side, and then whatever. Obviously that wasn't very clean, but like the gist is, when you quick turn away from him, he will more than likely miss his grab, and then you're free to just run straight towards the things. All right, so here's a trick that I learned from previous world record holder Socken. Whenever you want to use a key item in this game, it is faster to go into your inventory and press whatever button you have set to what is it? It's not knife, but there's like a button you can have binded, that is always binded. It's, for me, it's R1, or L1, sorry. It'll switch to your keys and treasures. And doing that is infinitely faster than actually mashing square at the door and then waiting for the text and all that. Because it happens this quickly. Instantly into your thing. It's all good. And obviously, menuing here is probably one of the more annoying things to get over. Or a lot of things in this game is just like annoying, because a lot of the time you'll be like use. You'll mash use and you'll be like fuck, and then you'll press combine, then go down over, and then all that stuff. But like, you know, for the most part, it's pretty much just learning your menuing, learning what points do you have to press what. For this, it's just, you know, menu, switch to keys and treasures, then, for me it's square, combine, then right, and then square, then, you know, then mash use. And then you're done. So this area, obviously start out with Ditman, because there's a long run. Then you get up to the door. It doesn't matter which door you use. You can use Ditman here if you like, if you feel comfortable with it. You don't have to. It saves like a little bit of time if your load screens aren't like crappy like PS4 and all that stuff. But I don't know. Okay, people are walking around in there. I'm gonna reset because I'm just gonna run through this area very quickly while you know, not explaining stuff, just to show what it looks like. all that junk. Oops. Okay, obviously that wasn't perfect, but... Alright, and that would be the entire room. With practice, Ditmaning just becomes second nature. It's probably the easiest menuing you'll do in the entire game, unless you're like trying to like switch to like this flash grenade down here or something, then or like trying to heal and then re-Ditman and all this stuff. But generally, Ditmaning for just speed in general, without any damage on you or like without Leon like holding himself, that is the easiest menuing that you're going to do, and it might as well become like it might as well be like holding the run button. So you get up to this door. The first thing you want to do, well, first thing you want to do is kick it open, and then immediately open your inventory. No, actually, sorry. Immediately Ditman into your inventory and switch to your running grenade. So the reason we do that is because there's a guy standing right beyond a box right in front of us. And there's a little trick you can do to 100% guarantee, or it's not 100% guarantee, but most of the time you will get past him no problem if you do this. So, you run past. Okay. When you get up to the corner of that box, you want to quick turn past it and then immediately start sprinting forward. So, I'll show you now. And that will usually get you past. It happens very quickly, as everything in this game does. Run up here, and right here, you see two guys starting to, you know, light up dynamite. You're probably panicking a little bit. It's very hard for this dynamite specifically to hit you, because most of the time they'll throw it past them while you're Ditmaning up here. So sometimes you'll see that one of them started throwing the dynamite early. All you want to do is run up, jump over this, and just get into this door as fast as possible. That's all of that room right there. That's pretty much all you want to do, is get into that door as fast as you possibly can. This room is whatever. You just Ditman through here. And then this will be chapter end right up here. Also, here's a good time to say, every puzzle in this game is stupid easy. For this puzzle, you can do up, and then literally anything you choose, other than down and up again, will work. You can choose left, you can choose right, either one will work. It's just up and then a direction. Right here, usually whenever I'm running into here, I like to quick turn a little bit to make Leon face the door. There are other setups that people do, like you can run up and like angle yourself so that Leon is doing this and he'll just make an arc into it. Totally up for preference. I don't think either way is faster than the other. Obviously, like, sometimes you'll mess this up and quick turn a little bit too early or something like that. So maybe finding the right arc for you is good. Generally up to preference. Chapter 1-3 is... I don't think there's anything very difficult in it. So I'm gonna go through this room as usual. Just doing it. Get through it, and then I'll explain everything right now. Alright, and that's the room. A little bit of weird stuff in there, huh? So first thing we do, obviously, as with most rooms, is immediately go into Ditman. And you want to go into Ditman into your revolver. Some people prefer to go into Ditman and go into the PRL. It all depends on how you're feeling, I guess. I like doing the revolver because it's flashy. Revolver, you quick turn, shoot this, or you could quick turn, get up to it, and shoot it. Honestly, if you wanted an easier time going through this, doing the quick turn into going straight up to the door is the safest bet that you get past the chainsaw guy. For the most part, you're usually gonna get past him anyway if you follow things, not exactly, but you know, pretty closely. So I'm gonna show you from back here, because I feel like showing you the hardest way, or like showing you the way that has the most danger, will probably be more beneficial. So obviously, shoot this, immediately switch to your grenade, and then you run up here, run closer to the wall, and then run up to the other wall. So the path you want to take through that is almost like a snake. You want to run up to the other wall as far as you can to get past the chainsaw guy, so he doesn't just instantly murder you, and then you want to snake past the other two enemies. The one in the back will usually try to throw his weapon. Most of the time it will miss because you're going too fast, and he'll throw it for where you were like fucking 2 million years ago. The scariest guy in the first 3 enemies is probably the guy that grabs. Then up here, you'll notice during that bit I started slowing down right here, and then I ran. And yeah. So the reason that you slow down right there is it's not required, but it's the safest way to ensure that you get through that door without taking a hit. Obviously, if you take a hit, it's no big deal, but that's a heal you don't have later. So for this, the reason that we slow down right here is because we want to make it so the guy in the back throws his weapon instead of trying to hit you when we get close enough. So if you're a little slow right here, and you get up here, or if you're fast enough, that's what happens usually. Sometimes you can get very lucky, and you can just like run through his attack for some reason, which is extremely weird and not rare, but it does not happen to me often. But yeah, right here, we Ditman up, we walk for a little bit, and then go. And then that guy will try to throw, and you're pretty much all the way through. Do it one more time, just for clarification. Run through, snake through, ignore this guy because he's literally pointless. Walk for a little bit, take your time, and then run up. There you go. And then that's that room. This room is also very easy. There's a faster route, but I'm just gonna show you the safest possible route. Well, if you're Ditmaning through this like immediately, you don't have to worry about anything. You just run on through, move around enemies, and then do this, go into your key items, and then mash square, and you're all the way through. This room, I have my own way of going through it. I don't know if everybody uses this way, but what I do is I'll Ditman right here as soon as I come in, switch to this, shoot this, and then immediately switch back to my shotgun. That's only because I like to, like, keep Ditman through here. Even though this cancels Ditman, I feel like it's a little faster. Ditman, this, shoot, and then shotgun. Pretty easy. Then you open this. So a weird quirk about Ditman, or actually the striker in general, or actually just this game in general, is whenever you load into an area, there's a moment where you can't open your inventory. I'll show that right now, actually. So you saw I was mashing it. Leon was already in. And no inventory. That's another annoying thing, because you'll try to Ditman and it won't work, and you'll be like, what the hell, why is my inventory not up? Ditman, or inventory, the inventory in this is very weird. So you can move during this time to give yourself a little bit more distance, like while you're waiting for your inventory to load, so you can go into Ditman and whatever. Or you could just stand still. Obviously, it's faster if you, like, you know, move forward a little bit and then, you know, then Ditman, but it's up to you. So right here, obviously, the cutscene of opening this cancels Ditman, as a lot of things does. So you want to go back into Ditman, search your grenade, jump down, and pretty much you just run up to the merchy boy, skip the cutscene, mash circle. So the fastest way I've noticed to get out of this room is to quick turn and then turn towards this. Pretty easy. Nothing like too complicated. Quick turn. Actually, I think you double quick turn. Like, you'll be facing roughly like this. So quick turn, you'll pretty much be facing the right way. And then obviously small run, Ditman up. So up here is an example of a cutscene that doesn't cancel Ditman for literally no reason. There's actually no reason that I can find that doesn't cancel Ditman. I'm not sure why. And then you get to another cutscene right up here. Skip it. And then Ditman in. There are multiple ways you can go about this. This part right here, specifically, that is one of them, but it is a wrong one. So the easiest way to get past this without taking any damage and, you know, just keeping Ditman in general is you run up here, and then when you get up to the jump over prompt, you will wait until you hear the other guy throw his weapon. You can time it so that Leon is out of his attack range and he'll like throw it before he or you can jump over before he initiates his throw. But for the most part, just listen out for when he goes, like when he makes a grunting noise whenever he's about to throw. There's not really much else I can tell you about the timing. I'm gonna show this next room in complete silence. If I have to explain that room to you, I'm sorry, you probably shouldn't be speedrunning this. So this part, if you've played this before, you know, Boulder right here, and you'll probably be thinking, huh, we're probably gonna use a Boulder Skip here, right? Right? Wrong. Because there is no Boulder Skip for this part. Nobody's found a Boulder Skip here. So pretty much what you do, Ditman up to it, you know, mash the buttons, all that good stuff, all that Gucci mama, Baba Booey, and that's all done. You will have to re-Ditman here. So again, this is a comfort thing. If you want to Ditman into your actually, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna run through this really quickly before or anything. Show everything off. And that's pretty much the room. Like it's pretty much over. So, where does this put me? Okay, right after Boulder Skip. Perfect. Or not Boulder Skip, Boulder Run. So, what you want to do right away is it depends on comfort as usual. You can Ditman into a grenade, which is slightly faster than just going into the typewriter to shoot the two things. I prefer to go into this because I'm fairly comfortable with controlling Leon and all that stuff. Now I switch this. All you want to make sure that you do is just aim here. You don't have to move your cursor up or down. A lot of things in this game are angled in such a way where you don't have to aim up or down. If you use the typewriter here, you can Ditman into typewriter. You're perfectly fine. As long as you don't elevate Leon with this like little hump right here, you can just shoot and eventually both of them will blow up. Then you go back into your grenade, and all good. Then you run up through. Sometimes this guy will do a scary run. Hi, if you watched this far into the tutorial, that either means you like the video or you like me. Why not toss me a darn subscribe, and you know, you'll catch the other tutorials that I'm gonna make, like the Delago one, which I talked about for way too long. I only have the tutorials for chapter 1 and 2 recorded right now, but when I record chapter 3, it'll be over on my Twitch channel, just like this whole thing was recorded on my Twitch channel. So if you want to ask any questions or anything like that, you can go to my Twitch channel. Right now I'm playing like a lot of Animal Crossing though, so like, you know, because that DLC came out and I really like it and it's all really cool and stuff. But yeah, anyway, subscribe. That's it.